All right, let's try this pair now. So, first term factors, 9x squared. That's what gives us our first term here. Last term would be a negative 28. Combine those together through the FOIL process. Let's see if we get a plus 9x. So now we've got two factors for the first time. We can either have 1x times 9x would give us 9 squared, or we can have 3x times 3x. All right? For negative 28. Now, these are going to have to be different signs, ladies and gentlemen, because they got to multiply together to give a negative. A negative means they've got to be, one's got to be positive, one's got to be negative. So we got 1 times 28, 2 times 14, 3 doesn't work, 4 times 7, 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work, and 7 works, but at 7, so we're using the same factors again. So let's go ahead and see what works here. Let's start off, and you don't have to, once you do enough of these, you get kind of an idea of what combinations begin to work. So even though it's guess and check, you start making educated guesses, and it takes less time to do these. I'm just going to start with the 1x times the 9x because that's the first two. Listen, you don't have to. You can start with 3x and 3x. Now, I do know what the answer is, so I'm going to cut down our work time just a little bit. So let's use 1x and 9x. And then a lot of times, these are so far apart that you're going to get a big middle term you could, so I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm going to go ahead and use 4 and 7. Why? I already know what the answer is going to be, but I'm going to try 4 and 7 here, okay? So I'm going to put in, and again, they've got to be different signs. So I'm going to make this one negative and this one positive. Not that it makes any difference right now, but I'm just going to go minus 4 and then a positive 7. And then I'm going to FOIL it to see if it works. So we got x times 9x is 9. This is our check, okay? X times 9x is 9x squared. Outers would be plus 7x. Inners would be negative 36x. And last would be negative 28. Now your first and last terms are always going to be the same. Those will be okay. It's the middle terms you have to check. And if you take 7x minus 36x, you get negative 29x. Well, I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, that's not positive 9x. And just flipping the signs is going to make it, if you took and made the 7 negative and the 3 positive, or excuse me, if you made the 7 negative and the 4 positive, that would make it a positive 29x. By flipping the signs, it's going to flip the sign of your middle term. It's not going to flip its value. It's the 29. So don't just throw it out yet. Let's go back and see, and let's switch these around. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put the 7 here, and I'm going to put the negative 4 here. Okay? So everything, the first and last term should remain the same. They will. So really all you got to look is at the outers and the inners and make sure those check out to be right. Well, x times 9x is 9x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. 7 times 9x is plus 63x. And then you get your 7 and negative 4 is negative 20. Now again, look at the middle terms. Well, that's positive 59x. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not 9x. Right, it's not the wrong term. So what we're saying, I've tried 4 and 7 in both spots. I've tried the 4 in the first binomial and the 4 in the second one. 7 in the second, 7 in the first. Because I flipped around, they don't work, then we can just cross those out, ladies and gentlemen. Or excuse me, I crossed the wrong thing out. We can cross out our first set of polynomials, okay? So in other words, I know now that these don't work, okay? So let's just try 3x and 3x, all right? And by the way, 1x and 9x would not work with any of those combinations. I should have tried all those combinations, but none of them work. None of those last combinations work with 1 and 9x. I'm trying to shorten up the video just a little bit. So again, what you would do is you would try negative 4x, negative 4 and 7. You try the 7 and switch them in position. If that didn't work, you cross those out. You try this, you try this. If none of those worked, then you cross out your first term of 1x and 9x. You go to 3x and 3x. So I'm going to try 3x and 3x. All right? So let's just try this again. So I'm going to try 3x and 3x. Now, I should still, regardless of what I use, I'm going to try this one again. Okay? I'm going to try negative 4 and positive 7. So, I'm going to try negative 4, positive 7. And again, all it's going to affect is the middle terms. I've chosen factors that give me 9x squared and negative 28. I just need to match up that middle term. So if we go 3x times 3x is 9x squared, 3x times positive 7 is a positive 21x, negative 4 times 3 is a negative 12x, and then I get my negative 28. Well, if you take a look at the middle term here, ladies and gentlemen, 21x minus 12x is 9x, and it's a positive. If it would have been a negative, I keep the 4 and the 7 in the same spot. I just flip the signs around. I make this negative 4 a positive 4, I make the negative 7, or a positive 7 a negative 7. So I do get my original polynomial. Now, after trying, so this was the combination that worked right here with this. So, and it's the only pair that'll work. Those are the only two combinations that work. There, right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the factored form of 9x squared plus 9x minus 28. And it worked because we checked it.